We like going surfing, but we're not so pro at surfing that we have our own boards. So we rent boards on Mandrem beach, and it's like 300 rupees for the entire session. Like, whereas if I were to go anywhere else, it's easily 10 times the price. I could not imagine living anywhere else now in India other than Goa. I'm Elliot Rosenberg. I'm originally from the US. I've been living in India for the past 9 years and staying in Goa for the past 1 year. When I first came, it got incredible nature, lovely beaches. I'm very much into like healthy eating. I'm a vegan, so there's a lot of like excellent, tasty, wholesome vegan restaurants with a variety of food that I really enjoy. So when I would come as a tourist, I'd really appreciate those aspects. And then once I came to stay here, I saw more and more of that. Yeah, so there are many reasons why we moved here and why we're staying here and have no plans to leave. One is beautiful beaches, beautiful nature in the interiors, the calmer, slower pace of life, susegad, which we really appreciate. In terms of cost of living, if we compare versus the neighborhoods we were staying in Mumbai, like I was always in Bandra, Khad, those areas, you know, this is effectively like half the price in terms of rent. I know it's still expensive for the majority of Goans and the majority of Indians, but from us coming from those neighborhoods in Mumbai and me coming from the US, it's a huge cost savings. We like going surfing, but we're not so pro at surfing that we have our own boards. So we rent boards on Mandrem beach, and it's like 300 rupees for the entire session. Like, whereas if I were to go anywhere else, it's easily 10 times the price. It's still nice not to have the pressure and anxiety of needing to pay very high rent, have very high expenses that are hard to keep up with. You know, it just makes life a lot easier. There's less stress. I find, yeah, Goans very welcoming, very family focused, very relaxed, chill. I speak Portuguese. I used to live in Brazil, and I like being able to connect with like elderly Goans. Like, I met one man who's a famous singer or musician in Old Goa, and we were able to talk to each other in Portuguese, which was very interesting. And you know, for me, having that connection is cool. Do I find it safe? You know, from the perspective of crime, like, I find it safe. I don't really worry about crime here, like theft or violent crime, anything like that. Very different. First of all, you know, I could not imagine living anywhere else now in India other than Goa. We tried living in Rishikesh for almost a year before this. So first we wanted to escape Mumbai, and Goa was my first choice. It's peace, it's greenery, air quality, even though it's not perfect, is far better than almost anywhere in India. Compared to the US, life is just a lot more relaxed. There's far less, like in the US, I feel a pressure to consume. I don't feel that at all here. So I think there's just India overall, but I think particularly in Goa, there's like more of there's a calmness, serenity, and less of a push to hustle and like achieve in the typical capitalist, individualist sense, which is very refreshing. I think initially when you get here, there are a lot of just like basic infrastructural issues. We mentioned roads, power, internet, that can be quite frustrating. The flip side of the susegad lifestyle is that sometimes you want to get things done and they don't get done on the schedule, the Western timetable. In terms of like weekends, Going out, we like to go surfing at Mandrem Beach. We like to explore lots of different restaurants and cafes. I'm a vegan, my wife is mostly veg, but we just enjoy like healthy, wholesome food, and Goa has an incredible amount of that. There's a place in Sealim called Mocha, which is on the main road, that has really good vegan chocolate tart and cakes. There's a place in Mandrem that has incredible like smoothie bowls. It's called Cafe Osa. The best variety of vegan food that you can get in one single restaurant, and also a little bit more upscale, like homemade ingredients and items, is in Vagator. It's called Bean Me Up.
Just being in a crowded, fast-paced, high-pressure environment was not something that was working well for me as a yoga teacher. So here I have a nice community to practice with.
As a frequent tourist, there's a side of Goa that attracts you. Once you actually stay here long term, it sort of opens up entirely new possibilities, and you start to see sort of at least from an outsider's perspective, the hidden gems of Goa.